Vietnam, a country located in Southeast Asia, on the eastern edge of the Indochina Peninsula. With an area of 331,700 square kilometers, Vietnam geographical area is same as the area of Malaysia, or 4 times the size of Austria. Its neighbors include China to the north and Laos and Cambodia to the west. It has a coastline of nearly 3,260 kilometers. Vietnam is 2.2 times as big as Bangladesh in terms of total surface area, 1.8 times as big as Cambodia, and 2 times as big as Tunisia, while Peru is 3.9 times as big as Vietnam, and Myanmar is 2 times as big as Vietnam. Vietnam has a population of over 98 million, it is the 15th most populous country in the world. The capital city is Hanoi, and the biggest city is Ho Chi Minh, which has a population of over 9 million. Motorbikes are the most common form of transport in Vietnam. There are an estimated 45 million registered motorbikes in the country. The country has one of the world's highest motorbike ownership rates. By comparison, the UK with a population of around 67 million has just over 1.2 million motorbikes. Vietnam is home to the world's largest cave, Hang Son Doong. The cave is located in the Phong Nha Bang National Park. The cave has a maximum height of 200 meters and is average 150 meters wide, stretching over 3 miles, and has a total measured volume of 38.5 million cubic meters, large enough to fit about 68 Boeing 777 aircrafts. The surname Nguyen is the most common surname in Vietnam. Approximately 40% of Vietnamese population share the surname Nguyen, including Ho Chi Minh himself. The leader of Vietnamese independence movement, Ho Chi Minh original name was Nguyen Sinh Cung. Other significant surnames include Chan, which is shared by 11% of the population, and La, which is shared by approximately 9.5% of the population. As early as the Paleolithic times, the region that is Vietnam was occupied by the early civilization of the Phung-Nguyen culture. During 1200 BCE, the cultivation of wet rice and casting of bronze have developed and led to the advance of the Dong Son culture. Most Vietnamese considers the Hong Bang dynasty as the first Vietnamese state. The Hong Bang dynasty period in Vietnam lasted from the 29th century BC until 258 BC. In 111 BC, the Han dynasty from China conquered Vietnam and absorbed into their empire. Vietnam would remain a part of the Chinese Empire for over 1,000 years. In 40 BC, the Trung sisters, 2 military leaders of the rebellion against Chinese domination, led the first uprising of indigenous tribes and peoples against Chinese domination. Initially successful, the rebellion was ultimately suppressed by the Chinese. It was in 938 AD that Nguyen, a Vietnam warlord, defeated the Chinese, and finally gained independence for Vietnam. Vietnam was then ruled by a succession of dynasties including the Lai, Chan, and the La dynasty. Vietnam flourished during the 15th century under the La dynasty and expanded south between 11th and 18th centuries, to conquer Indo-China Kingdom and part of the Khmer Empire. From 1859 to 1885, the country was successively invaded by French forces and eventually became part of the French Indochina. All of Vietnam was colonized by the French, together with Cambodia and Laos in an area that was then known as French Indochina. France continued to rule Vietnam until it was defeated by communist forces, led by Ho Chi Minh in 1954. The country became divided into Communist North Vietnam and the anti-Communist South. The division basically resulted in the Vietnam War, as both sides wanted to occupy whole of Vietnam. The Vietnam War raged for years between the two countries, with the US supporting the South, and Communist countries supporting the North. The North eventually won, uniting the country under Communist rule in 1976. Vietnam became a socialist state governed by the Communist Party of Vietnam.